Today's video is brought to you by DoorDash and HelloTushy.com. I think it's too big.
Yeah. Do you?
Mate, well, no, hold on. Maybe it's just the wrong. Is that better?
Oriented. Well, then you can't really tell what it is. No. You can't really see it that well.
Get the other. Maybe this is a more is more situation.
More is more? We'll do both of them?
Yeah. Oh,
how does that
lining up? This feels right.
Yeah?
No. Hold on.
Should we high five?
High five?
Well, I was gonna read questions for a quiz, but... okay, 1 second.
So I think we just put them down.
Yeah, maybe we'll just... gently... Hey, brother!
And welcome everyone to another edition of Jay vs. Ben, where today we are taking on the hardest Loki quiz.
I feel like we planned this very well.
Totally.
On Thors Day?
On Thors Day. Take that, Loki.
Hey, brother!
Hi everyone, my name is Scott. I'm today's quizmaster, and what is this little yellow bar at the bottom of the screen? Is that how long I have to talk about myself for? Okay, so really quickly, I also run a YouTube channel called NerdSync. Let's see what that looks like with the power of transitions. And then I think we can just cut there. Yeah, and then we'll move. Whoa, look at that, seamless transition. So every other week, I make long form videos about all kinds of nerdy stuff, like comics and superheroes, old cartoons like Scooby-Doo, my personal favorite. I also made a really long video about Bob Ross for a reason that escapes me. The goal of NerdSync is to examine media through curiosity and vulnerability. So expect some humor, expect some times when I get all sad and introspective, and expect to learn things. Gross, I don't want to do that. Can we edit that part out? Can we just just cut right? Seamless, yet again. I'm so good at editing. Anyway, come check out my YouTube channel, NerdSync, after you're done watching this video. I'm sure there'll be links in the description right below this yellow bar. That's almost out of time. Okay, so one really last important thing that I want.
In case you guys are new to the Jay versus Ben format, this is how it is going to work. Scott is on the other end of the camera, and he is going to be reading us today's 15 plus 3 bonus Quizmaster questions from our Quizmasters over on Patreon.
Yes, and Ben and I will have to answer all of the questions completely by memory, but if we both agree we have no idea what's going on, we can get the multiple choice from Scott.
There are 18 questions about Loki.
I don't feel like I know that much of this. I don't feel good about this one.
I don't think I know 18 things about Loki.
I know he turned into a snake once.
Question 1. What is Loki the god of?
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1. Mischief. Mischievousness.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Is for some reason Chief seems like it's spelled wrong, I-E-F. Is it I-E-F?
It is I-E-F.
Oh, okay. Well then in that case.
Mischief. Cool. You know what? Even if you got it wrong, you would have been like, look, I spelled it mischievously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a meta joke.
Right. It's part of the fun.
Question 2. Where is Loki the rightful heir to?
This is another one where I feel like maybe spelling isn't that important.
Think.
According to who?
According to
him?
Right, according to him, it's probably everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm assuming everywhere is not an acceptable answer.
I don't think that's what they're going for.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I feel like I know. I can picture it.
Yeah. You're there.
Been there.
Right.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Jotunheim?
I said blue elves.
Blue elves.
Ice giants, frost giants.
Yeah.
Right? Yes?
They are frost giants. The correct answer is Jotunheim, which is a very fun way. You spelled it a very fun way, a very incorrect way.
Very incorrect way?
Yes.
Does it start with a J?
It does start with a J.
I said J question mark?
Yes, but it is also a U afterwards, and then a T after that, and then a U, and then an N. So it looks like Jotunheim.
Oh, right, Jotunheim.
Yes.
Actually, I feel like that is, do I remember this from our Frozen videos, that this means that like Jotun means giant?
I think that would make sense.
Yeah, because Heim means home, right? So
giant home.
Giant home.
Giant
that makes
home.
sense.
It
Real
does make
clever.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's funny though, is that I would actually know that answer more from Frozen than I would from Marvel.
Right.
But interestingly, they're both Norwegian.
They're both, like, it's both like Norse stuff happening.
Yes.
I hope this isn't I'm just double checking before I say this. Yeah, okay, it's not a question. But like similarly, the Dark Elves, I think their home is called Svartalfheim, which just means Dark Elf home.
Oh.
It's very...
Who did the naming around here?
Right.
Question 3. How did Loki sabotage Thor's coronation?
I should have watched the Thor movies before this.
That's mostly where Loki is.
I know.
Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Not entirely.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I said by letting in frost giants.
Stealing the Tesseract? Isn't that what he does?
He steals the other thing, the ice cube. They're both blue cubes, so you're on the right track. But no, Jay is correct. He lets in frost giants.
Woo!
Question 4. This is a tough one, I think, anyway.
Helpful.
Loki fell through a wormhole due to the destruction of the Bifrost. Where did it take him?
Okay, I'm thinking of a different moment. That's what's happening.
I am also thinking, I think of the wrong moment. This is...
This is okay, I see why it's a hard question.
Okay, I don't know. 3, 2, 1.
I said Thanos' floating chair rock.
Yeah, I said Thanos' ship. I mean, where Thanos be?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is, you're on the right track, but it does have a name, and I didn't really even know this name, but it's called Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Pfft.
I'll give you both the points because you had the general idea.
Oh,
Hooray!
generous.
It feels like one of those where it's like, we both got it right or wrong, depending on how you look at it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I feel like in this particular case, if we can fluff our points a bit
Yeah.
by being generous,
Absolutely.
I might need that.
Yeah.
If you at home said Thanos' chair place, then you also get a point.
Excellent.
Way to go, folks at home.
Good job.
And now for the first Patreon Quizmaster question of the game. To get your question in the quiz or to vote on questions for the quizzes, go to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers and select the Quizmaster tier. This question was submitted by Jonathan Shashawa. You gotta say it with confidence. And selected by patrons. In how many MCU movies was Loki in? Whoa, that sentence started and ended with the word in. I'm gonna try it again. How many MCU movies was Loki in?
Okay.
Okay.
Bonus point, I guess it says, if you can name them all. So I just need a number is the actual answer. But if you can actually name them all, I'll give you a bonus point.
Okay.
I feel like I'm definitely forgetting something. Okay, but I'm gonna go with it because it's a good old stab in the dark world. 3, 2, 1.
6.
I also said 6. Thor.
Yeah, all 3 Thor movies.
Dark World, Ragnarok,
You got that, sure.
Yeah.
Avengers,
And then
Infinity War, and Endgame.
That is correct. You both get the 2 points.
Yes! Amazing.
Outstanding.
I did it.
I literally almost listed all those and then just put 7 because I was assuming that I missed something. And it was like, I would rather get the 1 point for like being like, I'm sure that there's like a cameo that I'm forgetting or something.
I know. This felt like I was like, Loki transforms into Steve in Dark World 2. And like, so if this was a Captain America question.
Oh,
Right,
right. Yeah.
Like, you have to include that.
Yeah. Did you
All of a
remember?
sudden, like-
Do you remember Cap and
Yeah.
Dark
do
World?
you remember Cap at Homecoming? Like, oh yeah, gotta be careful.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I believe Loki was in the background of Age of Ultron when in Thor's vision when he talks to Heimdall, but they cut out his scenes because it just felt Joss Whedon, I guess, was like it was too many cameos. So, but if you look carefully, you can like see his hair.
Oh, interesting.
It's like
Okay.
up there, huh?
Yeah.
Man, my brain was like doing I almost forgot Endgame. So I was like, well, he's in Endgame, but that's in Avengers 1. Like they're in Avengers 1 in Endgame.
Right. Yeah.
So like that was like my brain wasn't counting that.
And he was also in Endgame in Thor: Dark World as well because they pass by his
Yeah,
thing. So
that's true.
He's only just in little previous
blips.
movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
previous lives.
Yeah.
Cool.
Setting up
Complicated.
yesterday's show.
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Next week's.
What'd you guys think of it? You seen the first episode?
So far,
Wow.
can you believe?
Wow.
Hold
That's
on,
what I
hold
think
on,
so
hold
far.
on. We
Yeah.
haven't. We are currently. We're recording this 1 week in advance, so everybody needs to come up with something obscure that they did that we're like impressed with.
Yeah.
Like, man, can you believe that they included
Mephisto? About time.
Main character this time.
Main you
character.
know what? Owen Wilson is Mephisto.
There's that, but the scene with the pickles I thought was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Like, can you believe they went there?
Oh man.
And it kept coming back up over and over
I
again.
know. And then the cat.
The cat. Good one. Everybody's like, there was no scene about pickles. Or was there?
Okay.
I like the bit with Batman. Question 5. What did Thanos give Loki in exchange for the Tesseract?
Okay, right? Yeah.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Army to conquer Earth.
Army of Shatari.
Yeah.
The correct answer is just help conquering Earth,
Okay.
but I will give it to both of you because obviously what would he need the army of Chitauri for, right?
Yeah.
Question 6. Where did Loki fake his death in a fight against the Dark Elves?
I would go
Man.
multiple choice.
Multiple choice, yeah.
All right.
Look at us go.
These are all just place names. Was it Niflheim? Or B, Svartalfheim? C, Jotunheim? Or D, Asgard?
You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I said Asgard.
I said A, Niflheim.
You are both incorrect.
No!
It was Svartalfheim.
Svartalfheim.
Dark Elf home.
Oh, man.
Man, that was the one I was sure it wasn't.
Question 7. What had Loki been doing while secretly alive?
Okay.
All right.
This feels straightforward, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Posing as Odin.
Yeah, rolling Asgard as Odin.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yay!
I almost put in parentheses watching Matt Damon movies.
Ah. That's such a funny cameo.
No. They have got to put that in the show. They've got to have a Matt Damon cameo
That would be really funny.
somewhere.
Speaking of, now time for the second Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Zemmer and selected by patrons. This is going to be a hard one for you guys. I don't know if you can get it. What famous actor plays Loki in the stage production he makes for himself while masquerading as Odin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a little ahead of ourselves, didn't we?
Maybe just
Maybe.
a scooch.
Maybe.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Matt Damon.
Brad Pitt.
Ben Affleck.
It is one of those three people. It is Matt Damon.
Yay.
That's funny.
Whoops, look at us. Look at us.
I just couldn't help myself.
It's time for the thing that only happens when I'm here. The halfway half point. I don't give it enough fanfare, I feel. I just kind of like,
I feel like that's part of its charm.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
like, hey, you guys want a half point?
It's low key.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. This is actually, this is a more of a tough one. Normally I make them really easy because I want you guys to have half points, but I'm over that now.
I've outgrown it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Thor, the character in the comics, premiered in Journey into Mystery 83 from 1962. However, Loki, the character in the comics, premiered long before Thor did. How many years before Thor debuted did Loki debut in the comics?
Okay.
Do you just know?
No.
Oh, 3, 2, 1.
10.
So it's 7.
Jay's closer, but neither of you are quite right. This is a tricky one for comics fans. 13 years before Thor. However, it was really just retconned that it was Loki. It was a character named Loki, and it was like a god, but they weren't like making like Loki and Thor stories, obviously.
Yeah.
So they were just like, in hindsight, they're like, yeah, Loki probably did that one.
That was probably the same character.
That was a comic called Venus number 6 from 1949.
One of my favorite issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
It's, yeah.
Right.
I keep it on my bedside table, leaf through it every night.
It's
pretty
pretty good.
good.
This answer that.
Well, you don't look at the date when you're reading it.
Obviously. Obviously.
Question 8. Where did Loki put Odin while under his spell? The more specific you are, the better, if you know the exact name of the place.
Oh.
If you know the exact name, I will give you an extra point. But if you get the gist of it, I'll just give you guys points.
Do you know the actual name?
No.
Oh, okay. You're like, whoa, it's pretty good.
Okay. So, like, I feel like there's...
Ooh. You're not allowed to phone a friend for this quiz.
Okay. We'll see. 3, 2, 1.
What'd you put? You said Norway. I said Sweden.
I said Norway, but I also think that don't they like go to like an old folks
It's like
home?
a retirement home, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, I swear I left him right here.
And then Doctor Strange is like, hello.
Yeah.
This is a tough one to judge.
Okay.
Because in Norway on Midgard is an answer. It is not the right answer.
Oh.
But what is the right answer is the elderly retirement home. So the exact name of which is Shady Acres Care Home for Elderly.
I had old folks home written here.
You both did, but you also did have Norway circled.
But also Sweden.
Sweden.
Is
it Sweden? Or not?
I have no idea.
He's in Norway.
The question is, where did Loki put Odin? And Loki put Odin in the retirement home, and then they went to the retirement home, and it was like being demolished.
Right.
So Odin had already left by that point.
I see.
I've been giving you guys too many free points. None of you get this one.
Deal.
Man.
That helps me.
Okay.
I gotta show my edge every now and again.
I know, yeah.
Can't
I
be
appreciate
too
that.
soft on you guys.
Right.
Question 9. What did Loki place in the eternal flame in order to invoke Ragnarok?
Oh. Trying to decide what the word to describe it is.
I don't know. I can't think of what the. I have something, but I don't think I'm right. I was trying to like. Whatever. We'll turn. 3, 2, 1.
I said Surtur's helm/skull thing, whatever Thor steals from the beginning.
I couldn't remember Surtur. I knew it started with an S, and I was like,
Sabotage. Name of the wind.
That was the name of the wind.
Yeah.
That was Dang it.
It is the crown of Surtur. I will give it to Jake. You at least got the name Surtur.
I agree with that. I knew exactly what it was. I just couldn't remember Surtur. I knew it started with an S.
Yeah.
That counts for something. Well, not actually, but like in here.
It seems like it was probably poor planning for them to put those two objects so close to each other.
It does seem like, yeah.
I mean, it works out because it saves the day in the end, but they don't know that's going to happen when they do it.
Right. Okay. So it's like this, though. So for aquariums, you have magnetic cleaners.
Yeah.
One goes on the outside, one goes on the inside, so that when you move it, you can scrub the inside glass.
Right.
Well, I work on a commercial-sized aquarium where the glass is so thick that we literally have to store the different sides of the magnet in completely different locations, because if they were to get stuck together, there is no way to pull them apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Kind of just a big old problem then.
I know.
Yeah. Well, it's like that.
It's like that.
Except Asgard was destroyed.
Yes. And in this case, nothing has been destroyed.
Right.
Because we successfully kept them apart.
Yeah.
I like how you replaced a not at all relatable thing of like Asgard mystical things with an incredibly relatable thing of aquarium cleaning.
Yeah. Everyone knows.
Everyone at home is like, oh, of course, the aquarium maintenance thing.
Yeah, we get it.
We get
it.
We're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Actually, speaking of, though, hang on.
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Well, this is just great.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Scenic Route, where we now have our very own specially animated intro, and Jay doesn't because he's constantly ordering cakes without me. But joke's on him because I always had it sunny. Anyway, today's Scenic Route is brought to you by HelloTushy.com.
And really, it's just in time too, because Father's Day is just around the corner, and what better gift than a HelloTushy.com modern bidet attachment?
Plus, pro tip, you can offer him free installation because the secret is it's not hard to install. doesn't require any plumbing knowledge or additional electricity. But regardless, I guarantee he will be super impressed and forever grateful because this truly is the gift that just keeps on giving because it cuts down on toilet paper usage by 80%. That's savings! And you can shop with confidence because HelloTushy.com offers you a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. Give the gift that just keeps on giving and head on over to HelloTushy.com/J-versus-B to get 10% off and free shipping. This special offer is just for our viewers, so head on over to HelloTushy.com/J-versus-B for 10% off and free shipping. Again, HelloTushy.com/J-versus-B, 10% off. Link is in the description down below.
Jay, would you like to sell me a product right now?
Yeah, I could probably whip something up. Do you like cake?
I love cake.
Oh, good. This is becoming my new favorite segment. Had our graphic designers work this up for me, and of course I would never forget you. All right, where's my cake? Yes, oh my goodness. No pretense today, you guys. Welcome to the scenic table. Today's sponsor is DoorDash. Where's my fork? There you are. Here's the thing, you guys. DoorDash makes it easy to get what you want from where you want, fast and easy. It took me like literally 30 seconds to order this cake, and it was delivered right to my door, and now I'm going to eat you. I love this place. I don't know if you can tell, but it's strawberry and delicious. But here's the thing, DoorDash goes beyond just ordering your favorite cakes. You can also use the service to pick up that one thing you forgot at the store, like drinks or snacks or a household essential. Or if your house is anything like mine, where sometimes, or let's say always, I want cake, but sometimes my wife wants ice cream, no big deal, it's easy to get both. Why anyone would choose ice cream over you is beyond me, but whatever. DoorDash connects you with restaurants you love right now and right to your door. And for a limited time, our viewers can get 25% off of their first DoorDash order of over $15 or more when they download the DoorDash app today and enter code JVerseB2021. And did I mention there are 0 delivery fees on their first order? Because there aren't. There's 0 delivery fees. Again, that is 25% off up to a $10 value and 0 delivery fees when you download the DoorDash app today and enter code JVerseB2021. Don't forget, that's code JVerseB2021 for 25% off your first order when you download the DoorDash app today. Link is in the description down below.
Shoo! You did it again, didn't you?
Oh, you are again.
I always get left out.
Question 10. What were Loki's last words to Thanos?
What were Loki's?
They're very good words.
Yeah, let's see. Let me get in there.
Would you go multiple choice in this one?
I mean, I guess so. I'm sure I'll know them when I hear them.
Yeah, you'll immediately get it. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
You want it?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Is it A, you will die, B, you will not win, C, you will never be a god, or D, you will never defeat Thor? Or was it E, download the DoorDash app and use promo code JVerseBen SuperCarlin.
JVerseB 2021.
That's what it is.
Okay.
He wanted to get one last ad spot in right before he died.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make that bank, Loki.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
C?
I said B.
It is C.
Yes.
You will never be a god. Question 11. When speaking to his young sons, King Odin explains, only one of you can ascend to the throne. But how does he finish that sentence? Only one of you can ascend to the throne, ...
Dot.
Only one of you.
It's a weird place to say ... 3 times. Well, and he didn't say ... He just said ... 3 times, not ... 3 times.
Right, yeah. There were 3 dots, not 9 dots.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
The number of dots matters. I have an answer.
Oh, that's exciting.
guess.
I really thought you guys
guess.
were going to go multiple choice on it.
Man. Okay,
ready?
yeah.
3, 2, 1.
And they must be worthy.
I said, but must first prove your self-worth.
Ah.
Very cool. Same.
Yeah, similar vibes, both wrong. Some of these fake answers are so good. The correct answer is Only one of you can ascend to the throne, but both of you were born to be kings.
Oh, that is good.
That is
Yeah.
good.
That's very good. The fake answers are pretty good. The two that stick out to me are, only one of you can ascend to the throne, and that's all there is to it.
That's it. It's like
And the best-
sort of the rules.
And the best one, only one of you can ascend to the throne. So don't be the one that disappoints me.
Wow.
I almost thought it was just going to be like, and only one of you can ascend to the throne. Thor.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Looking at you, my boy.
Looking at you. Wink. Not naming names. You.
And now time for our final Quizmaster question of the game. This question was submitted by Roro and selected by patrons. Question. What are Thor's last words to Loki before his death at the hands of Thanos?
Oh, this is...
The last thing he says to Loki. It is. I didn't know this, but I'm reading it, and it's really good.
Okay, I think I have it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's funny either way.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Is it, you really are the worst brother.
That's exactly what I had too.
That's correct, yeah.
That's a great final words.
Thor likes to keep things light,
Yeah.
despite pending doom.
Very pending.
Question 12. As part of his plan to rule Earth, Loki crashes a fancy gala and demands the partygoers kneel before him. Where is that event being held?
Like, are we talking country, city, venue?
City is what we need.
Okay. I'm thinking of all the ways in which this could be embarrassing if I'm wrong. Oh my gosh. Where?
I can picture the scene. I'm just gonna go with something.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. So,
I said Luxembourg.
I said Venice.
Italy.
It is Stuttgart, Germany.
Stuttgart. Yeah, we're gonna get that.
Stuttgart.
I was like,
Yeah.
I knew it was, at first I was like, Italy. And then I was like, Rome. Then you were like, no, it's not the obvious city. And I was like, it's not Rome. And then I was like, it's not even Italy. Oh no.
Question 13. Who is the first Avenger to successfully trick Loki with their own mind game?
Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Black Widow.
Oh, I said
Oh.
Tony Stark.
It is Black Widow.
Yeah.
Is it?
'Cause
Is it
she
not-
comes in and like plays the like, and she's like, it's the Hulk. That's his play.
Question 14. While sentencing him for his attack on Earth, why does Odin spare Loki's life? Was it because they were already planning a Loki TV show and they couldn't have him die real quick? Seems likely.
Okay, I have a thought.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Because he is his son.
Mother protested his death.
Ben is right.
Oh,
Yes!
man.
Yes.
I had a feeling since you were joking about fatherly love, I was like, that's really exactly what my answer was.
No, yeah. Frigga begged Odin not to kill Loki.
It's like, think of the sequels, Odin.
Think of the sequels.
We need those sequels.
Those sequels.
People really like this guy.
Yeah.
We're not very good at villains over here.
Yeah.
So he's kind of our good one.
He's our. Even now, he's like, is he a villain? I don't know.
Hard to say.
Sort of back to where he was.
It does seem, yeah. It's like
we
it's
gotta
almost
reset
like
this guy.
right. Maybe it's like what people really love about Loki is they just love watching him go from here to here and then having a nice big rainbow arc.
Yeah.
You know,
They're like, problem is we got there now. Now we want, let's just do it again.
Right, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
people will never tire of watching him come around to be like okay-ish.
Yeah, okay-ish.
Ish.
I
Yeah.
think it's because you can never tell if he's really fully done it.
Yeah,
right?
you're
He's
right.
a little mischievous
But
that way.
even when you think he's there.
He's always getting Thor though. Thor wants him to be good so bad,
Yeah.
which is adorable.
It is. Authorable.
That was better.
Last question. Question 15. What does Jane Foster do the first time she meets Loki?
Is the first time she meets Loki.
It's a good question. I know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I have
You
an
ready?
answer.
I have an answer too.
Yeah.
3, 2,
Awesome.
1.
I said slap him.
I put throw a drink in his face.
You're on the right track. She does straight up punch him in the face.
Oh, straight up punch.
Yeah.
Man.
That needs to be a more famous scene.
I
Yeah.
know. Why don't I remember it?
Because it was in Thor 2.
Do you think in Loki the show, do you think the show will end with him being able to lift the hammer in some capacity? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.
Well, it already did happen in the first episode, as we all saw.
Right.
Right after the pickle scene.
Right. It was right after the pickle scene.
Because he
it was
like,
sandwiched between the pickle and the cat. And
right.
so,
Yeah, exactly. It was like once he was the unique person able to open the pickle jar.
Yeah.
It was like, wow.
Turns out the pickle jar was actually the hammer itself.
The hammer all along.
Right.
time.
Yeah.
It was concealed. Like only he who was worthy could open the jar.
They've just got like a whole pantry full of things that like you can only open if you're worthy.
Oh my God. I hope that is like I hope that's a running gag throughout this show. There's so many things that like only one person's able to do.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny.
And it keeps being Loki.
Okay. Well, that was fun, I guess.
I think Jay won.
I had fun.
Yeah.
I think I won. I could be wrong. But I was right most of the time.
Wow. You were also humble the whole time.
It's a quiz about Loki, so I don't think I have to be humble.
How did you do, listener? It's
Good.
okay, we'll wait. No, just say it out loud.
Out loud.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Just say
A little louder,
announce your
please.
score.
Just a little bit louder. I can't quite. Can you shout it? That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Beat
Pretty
me.
good.
Go figure.
You don't have to shout though. That's pretty. Tone it down a little bit.
You're on a bus after all.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I hope that applies to somebody.
Yeah.
Now I want to give a special thank you to these patrons who support us over on Patreon.
Yes, a special thanks to Zemmer and Roru and Jonathan for the Quizmaster questions that were selected for today's quiz.
We did okay. We did okay.
We did. I liked the questions. They were one of them we sort of like stumbled our way into with the Matt Damon thing.
But that was great.
That was
made
great.
it all the more fun. It was very fitting that we were talking about it just before it happened.
It was like they were very in tune with the quiz, and they were like, "This is what they're gonna be talking about it anyway."
That's the thing about the patrons.
Yeah.
They get us.
They get it. They get it. Well done. Thank you so much, as always, for your continued support over on Patreon. If you would like to become a Quizmaster, you can head over to patreon.com/SuperCarlinBrothers.
Guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe so you don't miss any future Jay versus Ben action from us.
If you want to see some more Marvel content, you can check out this playlist right here, or if you want to check out some of Scott's video over on NerdSync, you can check out this channel right here. Maybe it's a video. Well, we don't know what we put there yet, but whatever you watch over there, you're gonna like. It's very good.
You want to check it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, until next time, bye.